The Laṅkāvatāra Sūtra, Chapter 2, Part 40. Moreover, Mahāmati, the Tathagatas employ two kinds of powers for the support of bodhisattvas who come before them for instruction. And which two supporting powers? The power to appear in bodily form and speak to those in samadhi, and the power to anoint their foreheads. Mahāmati, by relying on these powers of the Buddhas, bodhisattvas at the initial bodhisattva stage enter what is known as the light of the Mahayana Samadhi. Once they enter this Samadhi, Buddhas from worlds throughout the 10 directions appear in bodily form and speak to them by means of these powers, as they did to Vajragarbha Bodhisattva and to other bodhisattvas of similar virtue and accomplishment. Mahāmati, the power of the samadhi attained by these bodhisattvas at the initial bodhisattva stage is a result of the good roots they have cultivated and accumulated over the course of 100,000 kalpas. As they work their way through the easy and difficult aspects of the various stages, they finally reach the Dharma cloud stage, where they dwell inside a magnificent lotus flower palace, seated upon a jeweled lotus flower throne, surrounded by a retinue of their fellow bodhisattvas, adorned with necklaces of jewels that shine like the sun or moon or golden champaka flowers. The great victors of the 10 directions then appear before their thrones in this lotus flower palace and anoint their foreheads, just as Shakra or a Chakravartin might anoint the forehead of a crown prince. This is what is meant by the power to anoint the foreheads of bodhisattvas. Mahāmati, this is what is meant by the two powers that support bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas who rely on these two powers will meet the Tathagatas. Otherwise, they will not. Moreover, Mahāmati, all the special abilities of bodhisattvas regarding samadhi and the teaching depend on these two powers of the Tathagatas. Mahāmati, if bodhisattvas could teach without the supporting powers of the Tathagatas, fools could do so too. And why don't they? Because they aren't supported by these powers. Mahāmati, when Tathagatas enter a city, due to their great powers, music comes forth spontaneously from instruments, as well as from hills and rocks and trees, and from city walls and palaces, not to mention from sentient beings, as those who are deaf, blind, and mute are liberated from countless forms of suffering. Such are the limitless powers of the Tathagatas to help others. Mahāmati then asked the Buddha, Bhagavan, why do the Tathagatas, the Arhats, the fully enlightened ones, bestow their powers of support when bodhisattvas are in samadhi and anoint their foreheads during the higher stages? The Buddha replied, Mahāmati, the Tathagatas, the Arhats, the fully enlightened ones, use their powers to support bodhisattvas so that they are not troubled by demons and do not fall into the trances of Shravakas, and so that they will attain the personal realization of the Tathagata stage, and so that their attainments will increase. If they did not use their powers to support them, they might fall prey to the misconceptions and projections of followers of other paths, or to the longings of Shravakas and demons, and not attain unexcelled perfect enlightenment. Therefore, all Tathagatas use their powers to protect bodhisattvas. The Buddha then repeated the meaning of this in verse. The noblest of those with higher powers vow to purify everyone, their samadhis and their foreheads, from the initial stage to the 10th.